In designing for enterprise a story, there's one particular kind of enterprise, one particular kind of story that we need to take particular care about, and that's a situation of a monopoly. For example, government by definition is a monopoly because it literally comes with the territory. It's always there. Now, that kind of market space, that kind of story only succeeds when all of the players in that space are adequately served. Dominance of a market where you can pick and choose is not the same as a monopoly, because if someone's left out, the story fails. That's not the same as in other words, the organisation is itself covering the whole of the enterprise. We get some very interesting or very worrying concerns about this when something that is effectively a monopoly starts abandoning some parts of the enterprise. A good example of this is banks or other services that are abandoning small communities. Without those services, the whole community may fail. Another example is public transport or public services generally. If we've assigned these things that are effectively monopolies to a commercial organisation that then drops out because it's not commercially viable to do it, we're actually breaking the whole story. The services have to come from somewhere, and across the whole, doing it purely on a commercial basis may not actually work. Because a monopoly brings fundamentally different responsibilities. We have to serve everyone by definition. We in fact don't have customers, we have citizens. They are citizens of the story that we are claiming to serve all of. We can't cherry pick, because firstly that becomes increasingly inefficient over the whole, and secondly if we simply cut some people out, we're betraying the story. There are major trust issues because if we've betrayed some players, it shifts rapidly from commercial to political. And we can't play the games of privatise, profit, socialise risk, because again it turns political in very painful ways. So designing for a monopoly is different from designing for playing only one part of a story within an enterprise. In a monopoly, we're actually taking over the whole of the story with all that implies.